There are so many things that make the Netherlands special.
We are on a quest to experience as much of it as possible while visiting our daughter who lives here and taking Cassandra's father, who's from the Cayman Islands, on the European trip of a lifetime. This is our Netherlands story about our explorations and our family's connections with this beautiful land. Welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Cassandra.
After our exciting trip to Rotterdam, where we learned a lot about the city and the history of the shipping industry and the part that Cassandra's father played in that history, we were excited to spend a couple of days in the city of Utrecht, where we were staying. So Utrecht is a wonderful city to visit. There's a lot to do there. There's a lot of history and amazing architecture. And of course, they have canals and flowers and lots of great food. And there's just so much to do there. And one thing that we really enjoy about Utrecht is that it's smaller than Amsterdam and it's not quite as busy.
Yeah, Utrecht is really special to us because our daughter spent time here during her college studies, and we were here to celebrate her graduation ceremony. She just graduated with her master's degree. So we are incredibly proud of her hard work and her accomplishments, and we're so happy that we could be here for the event. And especially because my dad, her grandfather, was able to travel all the way from the Cayman Islands to be here with us and celebrate this moment with her. This was our first time staying right in the center of Utrecht. During previous visits, we either stayed on the outskirts of the city or we stayed in the smaller adjacent city of Houten. This time, because my dad was traveling with us, we wanted to be close to Utrecht Centraal Station, the main travel hub in the Netherlands.
We stayed at a hotel in the Hoog Cathedral shopping mall because it's right next to the train station and is part of the main walkway between the station and downtown Utrecht. We started our morning by walking out of the mall directly into the Vredenburg Market, which is here on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We were immediately greeted by the wonderful colors, smells, sights, and sounds of the bustling city market. It was raining a bit this morning, but as you'll see, it didn't take long for the sky to clear and give us some beautiful sunshine.
We were amazed by the variety of foods available at this market and the number of people that were out early on a cool, rainy morning. We were especially impressed by the extravagant seafood displays that were set up and how fresh all of the food looked. Imagine what it takes to set up a display like this first thing in the morning and then take it down again at the end of the day.
There was also a beautiful selection of baked goods like breads and other yummy treats. There was plenty of fresh produce, much of which was locally grown. There were actually several incredible displays of local cheeses, like Gouda. And then there were things like chocolates, clothing, flowers, candy, eggs, sausages, and so much more. We even walked over to a local shop that was so warm and inviting as they were making fresh stroopwafels and puffertjes. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to try a fresh stroopwafel for the first time, and we were so happy that we did.
A stroopwafel is a traditional Dutch treat made from two thin, crispy waffle-like wafers sandwiched together with a gooey caramel filling. The name stroopwafel translates to syrup waffle in English, which describes the soft, sweet filling. As you can see, I thoroughly enjoyed that warm stroopwafel, and Scott did have some as well. Gooey inside. We absolutely love seeing all of the fresh flowers around the Netherlands. Many of these flowers are locally grown in the Netherlands greenhouses, and the prices were much lower than we are used to seeing in stores in the United States.
They look like the ones from the show.
We finally made our way out of the market toward the main canal that runs through Utrecht, called the Oude Gracht. We even found stands selling flowers along the canal. What a perfect place to pick up a bouquet.
Whenever we walk over bridges that span the canals, we just have to stop and take in the beautiful, relaxing scene. There are often baskets of flowers hung on the rails overlooking the canals, and it's a really beautiful touch, don't you think? You can see that the rain disappeared and we now had a beautiful sunny morning, perfect for our walk toward the iconic Dom Tower. We were treated to this breathtaking view with the morning sun peeking out right behind the tower, just as the tower bells started ringing to create the perfect ambiance. As we neared the tower, the bells were still ringing, and it felt surreal standing there in front of such an immense and historic structure.
The Dom Tower is the tallest church spire in the Netherlands, standing at 112 meters tall. The tower was completed in the year 1382, so at the time of this video, it was 643 years old. There are 64 bells in the Dom Tower, 14 bells at 49 meters high, and the carillon bells, playing precision music controlled by a keyboard, hang at 70 meters. You can walk beneath the tower to get to the Dom Square, where St. Martin's Cathedral is located. Next to the cathedral is a beautiful historic building now called Utrecht University Hall. Part of this building has been here since 1462, and in 1579, the Union of Utrecht was signed here, establishing the beginning of the Dutch state and independence from Spain.
This building is now part of Utrecht University, and our daughter graduated here with her master's degree, in the very room where the Union of Utrecht was signed. This happened on a different day during our visit, but the graduation was right here in the heart of Utrecht. What an incredible place for a graduation. We were all so happy and proud to be here to share this moment with her, and especially that her grandfather was able to make the trip all the way from the Cayman Islands to be here for her graduation. After the graduation, and on 2 other occasions during this visit to Utrecht, we walked over to the Panhof Garden, a gorgeous medieval courtyard and garden right next to St. Martin's Cathedral. This is one of our absolute favorite places to visit in Utrecht. There are always beautiful flowers blooming, and the feeling of being here in the middle of such magnificent architecture and history is just surreal.
Another must-see market on Saturdays is the Janskerkhof flower market, very close to the city center. There are so many different types of fresh flowers and plants available here that it is almost overwhelming. It is truly an explosion of colors and something that must be seen in person to appreciate. After spending time enjoying the city of Utrecht, we walked back to Utrecht Central Station and hopped on a bus to go to an area of Utrecht called Science Park. The busing system here is just as convenient as the train system, and you use the same chip card called an OV card or a credit card to tap on and off the bus. Science Park is where the largest Utrecht University campus is located, and one of our favorite places to visit whenever we're in the Netherlands is the Utrecht University Botanical Garden located in Science Park. Scott did a lot of live narration while we were walking around the gardens, so we can listen to him for a while.
Here we are in one of our favorite places to visit in Utrecht when we come to the Netherlands. It's the Utrecht Botanic Gardens. We always come here. It's one of our favorite little parks. So relaxing. There's colors year-round. This is the fall now, so we have some fall colors. So it's really beautiful. It's a little bit drizzly today, overcast. We've seen some sun, but it's still a beautiful place to come to. The weather is pretty nice. It's not too cold, so we're in early October now, so it's windy. We're dressed warm, but it still feels good. Now bamboo is Cassandra's favorite, so here we go through the bamboo garden. Here comes the rain. We're gonna try to make it to the greenhouse. In the Netherlands, you tend to get spotty rain, drizzly rain. It usually doesn't come down very hard. Usually doesn't last very long. This is the place to relax right here. Our daughter has been going to school in the Netherlands, and she would come here between classes, sit by the pond, look at the ducks and the flowers. Not bad, not a bad life. So you can see this amazing greenhouse. We're gonna go in and look at some of the tropical plants. There's a butterfly garden in here as well, so we're gonna see that. We love the wisteria tunnel. It's not blooming right now because we're in October, but it's still beautiful. Pretty much every time we come to this park, it rains for a little while and then it gets sunny for a while. So this is normal. So if you're ever in the Netherlands, don't run away when it rains. Stick with the plan. The sun will come back. All right, and here comes the rain again. So it's just been drizzling off and on for the last hour or so since we've been here at the Botanical Park. But again, it's not much. It's just a little bit of drizzle. A little bit cold, but we have our raincoats. Anytime you're in the Netherlands, you probably want to have a raincoat. The rain could come pretty much any time. There's a local weather app that we use. I'll put the name in the caption at the bottom of this video so you can see what it is, but it's very accurate. And we found that we can look at that app and predict the rain pretty much to the minute. It's really nice. We knew it was gonna rain a little bit this afternoon, kind of on and off, but we knew it'd be worth it to come anyway. The wind makes it a little bit colder when it goes along with the rain. Wind in the Netherlands is pretty common too because it's so flat, especially in the fall. So we actually did have to find a small shelter and get out of the rain for a few minutes. Just the way it is here sometimes. The rain comes and goes, so you just have to, like I said, wear your raincoat and be ready.
Well, while Scott was walking around the entire botanic park, my dad and I were having a nice cup of tea at the cafe there. After that, because it was still raining a bit, we took an Uber to eat dinner at one of our favorite restaurants called the Tea House. This is a great place where you can get traditional Dutch pancakes, as well as other types of food. And you can watch the chefs making the pancakes in the huge kitchen. We often forget how filling these Dutch pancakes are. So Scott decided to get a bowl of beef stew before getting the sweet pancake. It turned out to be too much food though, because Dutch pancakes are very hearty, with toppings baked right in. One of our favorites is a pancake with apples, cinnamon, and sliced almonds, but you can also order savory pancakes with toppings like salmon, mushrooms, chicken, vegetables, and even sauce and cheese to make it like a pizza. You can definitely have a solid meal of just pancakes.
The next day, we decided to see the city of Utrecht from a different perspective while cruising the canals that run through the heart of the city. Not only is this a beautiful, relaxing way to see some of the best parts of the city, it is also a narrated tour, so you get to learn a lot while you are cruising. Here we learned some of the most important facts about the Dom Tower while looking at this tallest structure from the lowest vantage point possible. It is very peaceful, slowly cruising through the tunnels that are common throughout the city. One of the most impressive of these tunnels is a tunnel that goes underneath the Cathedral Mall, where our hotel was located. This tunnel actually goes beneath a fountain in the center of the mall, which was just outside of our hotel. And when looking from above, we had no idea that boats were cruising beneath the fountain. If you look carefully, you could even see the feet of people who are on a glass walkway next to the fountain.
We finished the rest of our beautiful cruise and then had dinner at a restaurant right next to Utrecht Central Station and the mall. This restaurant, called the Seafood Bar, turned out to be one of our favorites in Utrecht. We loved this place so much that we dined here 3 times during our 2-week stay. The waiters there know us now and will probably remember us the next time we visit Utrecht. Oh, and look at those sweet potato fries.
Please subscribe and follow along on our journey. In our next episode, we visit the picturesque Netherlands city of Delft. We walk through the Royal Delft Factory and Museum, where they've been making beautiful hand-painted authentic Delftware since 1653. Then we walk around this historic city along the beautiful, peaceful canals, through the city square where the gorgeous town hall stands across from the beautiful New Kirk, or New Church. Then we do some exploring in both the New Church and the Old Church. And finally we take a peaceful canal cruise to see more of the city before heading back to our home base of Utrecht. You won't want to miss any of it, so hit that subscribe button.